What's up, guys? It's Ash Matthews, Smart Boy Studios here at Razdabar, Sound and Management in Dayton, Ohio. Back with another Music Review Monday. Despite some bad traffic, I am starting almost roughly on time. That's a bit impressive, if you ask me. I am supposed to have a guest, but it seems as though they have not shown up. So I have the mic ready in case they do, but if they don't, you just can enjoy my presence tonight. It's going to be more of a laid-back episode because I'm pretty chill today. So there's that. I wanted to shout out the new Oddity record, Oddity. You can check him out on Spotify and all major platforms. He's got a new album out entitled Me. It came out last Friday, I believe. Got the chance to listen to it today. It was very good. I like the whole thing, so you can check that out. I made a status about it today. Crib Project is getting there, you know. It's getting there. Question, I don't know why. Okay. What else? Keep your calendars open for May 25th. I'll tell you about that some other time. That's coming up, but just keep that date open for yourself. Yeah, I guess we can get that thing started, right? I'm moving slow today, man. There's some feedback. Oh, it was from the talkback. There shouldn't be feedback now. If there was feedback, I apologize. The talkback was stuck. I don't know how that happened. I didn't press it. I don't know. Anyway, we're moving slow today. It's a Monday. So bear with me. Yeah. What did y'all think of that J. Cole record? Honestly, you can say whatever you want. I'm not going to respond. Because the first song up is from the dude Xander 2 Wavy from Cincinnati. The song's called Fleece. This comes out today. This came out today. It was an exclusive. He sent it to me on Sunday, but I don't pre-screen, so I didn't listen. So this is my first time, as well as yours. Let's check it out and see what it's like. Time out, because I know you can't hear anything.
Since Virgil with Louis, I don't fuck with Gucci. I might just invest in some stuff.
Problem solved.
La 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 la. Mama gon' pray for me, demons gon' slay for me, walking my way to the top. Nigga get money, I press it, then flipping my life, man, it feel like a bop. Since Virgil with Louis, I don't fuck with Gucci, I might just invest in some stocks. Cardi, my city, the Mac always with me, I'm keeping the dope in my socks. Shoot, blowing my booth out the roof. She sexy with lip behind too. Impress on the ass for the proof. Wear a choker, I'm gagging the two. She get wet, so she blasting it too. You be lucky, she blasted at you. Never cuffing the ass for the crew. Yeah, woo. Six, going for my nigga piece. Run it up, nigga, I beast. Be puttin', I watch for the police. Woo, six, going for my nigga piece. Run it up, nigga, I beast. Be puttin', I watch for the police. What don't kill you, make you stronger. Go out like easy or magic. Keep going, I know I'ma grab it. Late night working, this shit be a habit. They been sleeping, I'm feeling like rabbit. Burner 8, I'm just rolling my cabbage. Fly away like a nigga was Kravitz. Blacking out to my niggas with lavish. Word, 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 word. Couple Benjis on the shirt. Click the tongue just like a perk. Cause there's an end just like a birth. Fuck the world, I give it girth. A thirsty bitch, I quench your thirst. A gentleman, I'm going first. Fellatio until it hurts. Woo, sheesh. Going for my nigga piece. Run it up, nigga, I beast. Be puttin', I walk to the fleece. Woo, sheesh. Going for my nigga piece. Run it up, nigga, I beast. Be puttin', I walk to the fleece. Woo, sheesh. Going for my nigga piece. Run it up, nigga, I beast. Be puttin', I walk to the fleece. Woo, sheesh. Going for my nigga piece. Run it up, nigga, I beast. Be puttin', I walk to the fleece. Yeah. Run it up, nigga, I beast. Yeah. Be puttin', I walk to the fleece. Yeah. Run it up, nigga, I beast. Be puttin', I walk to the fleece. Woo, shit.
Well, hello, dings. That you may hear that. So what I think he did, I know people. There's a buzzing in the live feed because the thing wasn't already plugged in all the way. I fixed it. Okay, fixed it. Oh yeah. His flow on that beat went perfectly with each other. That was a banger. It was a fun riding around song, club song. Not like a hit song, but like just a good song to enjoy and hang out. Like I would bump to it, but I'm not gonna seek it out. But the cool thing about it though, the thing that makes this song really that ups the replay value and makes it marketable. Eddie Blake, I wasn't supposed to be solo, but I don't know what happened, so here I am. It's ready if someone wants to stop by. If a random guest wants to stop by, I'm ready for you. Anyway, so back to Xander 2 Wavy. I think what he did in terms of the length of the song, that was under 2 minutes. I believe it was 140 something. I wonder if I have that. I don't have the time. It was 140 something. It was under 2 minutes, which is perfect, because if he would have had that song go any longer, I would have been like, oh, okay. Like, he would have done the same thing, and I would have gotten kind of bored of it. But he kept it short enough for me to be very entertained and kind of want to replay it to hear it again, because the beat was dope. Excuse me, the mixing was good. I feel like it wasn't like strong. There was something missing. I don't know what it was, but like there was something that wasn't like captivating my ears, but it was a good mix. A little strong on the low end, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Oops, I didn't mean to bring Aries up.
Yeah. I don't need a bag of soul, get it on my own. Niggas acting like they clones, that's what y'all be on. Niggas feeling way too high, dropping like they flies. Really thought he was your hero, but he dropping dimes. Kick G shit, quit sneak dissing. Forgot to focus on the money was the mission. We shining, please don't mind it. And all my niggas wildin'. Scared see the revenue, cause all of my niggas be coming, ayy. My ladies, they love it, I slip them a few for the budget, ayy. You try me for real, I don't get mad, I get even, bitch. Long stroking your girl, pull out and I nut on her cleavage. Smooth in the back and lit, please do not ask me for shit. You always act like a bitch, make all them status make sense. I am not taking you serious. Little hoe, yeah. Hey, yeah. Capping, I know that ain't fresh. Ayy, you can get hit with that flex. Ayy, you gon' keep it G. You gon' keep it G. If task force gon' pull up, you gon' throw the strap on me. You gon' let me know if I'm fucking with a hoe. If my shorty not 100 and she really on the go. You gon' keep it G. You gon' keep it G. If task force gon' pull up, you gon' throw the strap on me. You gon' let me know if I'm fucking with a hoe. If my shorty not 100 and she really on the go. Keep it G. Serving and packing them them things. You need to stay in your lane. Yeah, you cannot fuck with me, man. Don't give a fuck what you saying. Yeah, getting some top from your bitch, then I skirt off in the whip. Yeah, better quit talking that shit. Better quit talking that shit. Bull in the vet with the click. I do not get in the mix. Stand on the stage, make it rain. They don't put up what they saying. They really boosting them plays. You are a hoe to me, please don't say bro to me. Really be frontin', you ain't about nothing. Talk it to come and you singing like trumpets. Yeah. Really about money, trying to go get it, come see me. Acting all timid, I'm sorry, we cannot do business. Better believe me, when calling out Papa like genius. Saying she need me, dick in her gut, she like feed me. Get it, we counting them racks, you are not getting them back. Jumped off the porch with a sack, keep it in G about that. Keeping it G about that, yeah. Facts, whoa. Grinding, I do what you can't do. Laughing my way to the bank, fool.
You gon' keep it G, you gon' keep it G. If task force gon' pull up, you gon' throw the strap on me. You gon' let me know if I'm fucking with a hoe. If my shawty not 100 and she really on the go. You gon' keep it G, you gon' keep it G. If task force gon' pull up, you gon' throw the strap on me. You gon' let me know if I'm fucking with a hoe. If my shawty not 100 and she really on the go. Keep it G.
The bass line to that song reminded me like the finger bass sound that was going on, not the sub bass, but like the actual like bass sound that was going on. Definitely reminded me of not only a sound that I've used before, but like even the bass line that was in that beat reminded me of like I felt like I wrote that bass line. I liked the hook. I enjoyed the song as an overall song. Wasn't a big fan of that second verse, that feature verse. It didn't feel as well mixed, and it felt like lazy writing. But the rest of the song was much better. The mix wasn't bad. It was pretty clean and straightforward and good. What was the one thing? There was one part in there where Dizzy kind of did like this little bit of a half singing type thing near the beginning that I wasn't a big fan of, but I loved the hook. I think he did a great job with the hook and his verse and everything. I could put this on a playlist. This is my new rating system. I don't give numbers, I don't give thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't give her whatever. It's just like my rating is based on what would I do with this song. I would throw it on a playlist. Either driving or just chilling at work. Just stuff it came on, you could keep it G. You could, yeah. It doesn't make. Oh, I forgot to cue up the next song. It doesn't make me think too hard. But I think I wish the second verse made me think harder. Okay, yeah. Next track, actually is from the album that I talked about when I started the show. Oddity from Indianapolis. But this track is probably, man, this one may be one of my favorites. One of my top two favorite songs from the album, Oddity's album Me, that just came out. It is called 100, and it's featuring one of my favorite vocalists from Indianapolis named Allison Victoria. Play. Please, for the love of God, play.
never ask for much, just your truth and trust. You assume the subtle fuss I made would fade. No shade thrown, I embrace much brighter days. Knowing your ways no longer hinder my inner peace. No more energy spent on anyone seen as disingenuous. Continuous bonds only grow strong through honesty. Honestly, your actions were a blessing in disguise. Otherwise, your lies may have eventually consumed me. Look, I said you've never been all the way. You're hunting with me, no. I said you've never been all the way. You're hunting with me.
Why can't you just keep that shit 100? Just keep that shit, keep that shit, keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit, keep that shit, keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit 100.
Why can't you just keep that shit 100 now? I feel like a broken record inside of a tunnel. How else can I get through to you so that you understand that I just wanted the truth? You act like you don't comprehend, but we both know that you do. I've learned the main ones at the pulpit be the same ones on that bullshit, preaching shit, trying to teach it, but then turn out to be the culprit. Stop that talking. Put your money where your mouth is. If my words were dollar bills, then I would keep that shit 1,000. If I counted every time you tried to lie and cover it up with something that wasn't believable, I would probably need to get a second bank account, cause the surmounted amount of currency would urge me to separate my earnings just for the certainty. But on some real shit, why can't you be real damn? Cause when I bring it up, you dance around it like a heel tap. You could care less, you don't feel bad. It's like you're obsessed with seeing if I'll ever guess what's behind it, like orange rinds until I peel it back. I said you've never been all the way. You're hunting with me, no. I said you've never been all the way. You're hunting with me.
Why can't you just keep that shit 100? Just keep that shit, keep that shit, keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit, keep that shit, keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit 100.
So please don't waste my time. If you really wanna be mine, you please, if you're down, say anything you think of just to keep me around, yeah. And then I see right through it. Can't quite put my finger on it. Something about how you do it, man. Seems like you're trying to find the right words. I can tell your words are rehearsed. Must be hard to keep it 100. Yeah, keep that shit 100.
I said you've never been all the way.
Keep that shit 100.
You're hunting with me, no.
Keep that shit 100.
I said you've never been all the way. Keep that shit 100. You're hunting with me.
Why can't you just keep that shit 100? Just keep that shit, keep that shit, keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit, keep that shit, keep that shit 100. Just keep that shit 100.
I mean, I don't even really have like feedback for that, because it's just like, it's a really good song. Allison Victoria killed it. Oddity is just a great songwriter and artist all around. So I mean, if I want to be real picky, if I'm gonna get real picky on it, I don't know, maybe a little more body, a little bit more low end in the vocal. But I mean, whatever. It's a great song. I don't care enough to nitpick it, because it's a really good song. If you want to hear more from Oddity, go check out his Spotify. He's got a new album out. It's really good. You should listen. Next up, we had Keep It Like a G earlier, so now we're gonna move like a G with Dead Silence.
I've been moving like a G. I've been moving like a G, yeah. 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 I've been moving like a G, yeah, yeah, yeah.
All I wanted was a chain. Everybody want the fame. Couple dollars to my name. Now I'm finna make it rain. Blowing a check. Baby, I need respect. The homies I need to protect. You shoot at them, then I'm at your neck. I hope you cross my line. You know you lost your mind. I try to keep it chill, but now you need to die. Looking mean, but I'm clean. Hey, you gotta get the green. Tell them what I really mean. I be moving like a G. I be moving like a G. I be moving like a G, yeah. I be moving like a G. I be moving like a G, yeah. 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 I've been working on my life, early days after 9. Every day I need a chase, got my future looking bright. Used to struggle so bad that I couldn't really sleep. Was crazily getting my dough, now I'm moving like a G. Back on the wall like please. Hustling got me looking at my dreams, looking mean, but I'm clean. Hey, you gotta get the green. Tell them what I really mean. I be moving like a G. I be moving like a G. I be moving like a G, yeah. I be moving like a G. I be moving like a G, yeah. 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 I be moving like a G, yeah.
Another dope track from Dead Silence. He's been on the show before. I do like this better than the last one that he put out. I can't remember what that was called right now, but I don't think this is as good as Walk With Me, I believe is the name of the first song I heard from him, maybe the first song he put out. But what I hear in this song is the same thing that I've heard in other songs, where his delivery has got this like free-form type thing. Like, he's not like in a pocket necessarily. He's not like doing something rhythmically on the beat. He rides the beat in a very loose, free-form type of way, which comes down to personal preference. For me, that's not really what I like, but I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not my cup of tea. So I'm not really gonna say anything about that. But the mix is where I feel like his songs always like are just almost there, but the mix always bothers me because he always has too much low end on his vocal. It's always real too much low end on his, because he talks quiet, and he talks quiet and close on the mic, so it's got a lot of proximity effect, right? And he's got a deep voice already, so it's already low enough. His voice is already low enough. He needs some of that low end scooped out to make it settle into the beat, because with that low end and just with his vocals being a little bit too high, he's kind of just over top of the beat doing this freeform thing and not really settling into the beat. And that's also because his vocals are very dry. They do a good job at panning stuff and doing cool things with panning, and it's clear and it's like a good recording. It's just too much low end and it's too hot. It's just too much. Make the vocals sit into the instrumental instead of just being like this boulder on top of it. Dup Baxter, the best way to submit music for Music Review Monday is by email. Send me an MP3 or WAV if you want to the email in the description, musicreviewmonday@smartvoicestudios.com. Anyway, we'll move on to the next song. It's by a local Dayton artist. If you don't know, I'm at right now. This is Razdabar Sound and Management recording studio in Dayton, Ohio, in which I'm an engineer. Jive is a Dayton artist. He has a new project out called the Trip EP, which includes features from Mark Battles and King Los, and the King Los feature is phenomenal. So I'm going to play the track The Journey. I mean, that's just a real enjoyable song. The mix is solid. Because of like the main effect that he uses on his vocal, he does something interesting with like the EQ and the reverb to get kind of a play on that trendy sound right now that actually just works. Like it works for the style, it works for what he's doing. It cuts through the mix surprisingly well. There was a bit like there was a good amount of bass on that track with a sub, but he still cut through it. I was sitting there trying to think about like, do the vocals need to be a little bit louder, a little bit more presence and or body into this mix? But I'm like, but they're cutting through. I can hear them. I don't know. I don't really think it needs that. I think it works. Hayden said, did Post Malone fuck Ray Shremmerd? That's funny. But yeah, that's Jive. It's a good song. That song's on Spotify on his project, the Trip EP. Also, he has a show. It's called the Trip Showcase. At Blind Bob's in Dayton, Ohio on May 13th. Yellow Pain is going to perform. He's a cool dude. And Plague, who I've been wanting to see. And about 6 other people. So, yeah, come out. It's only $5 at Blind Bob's, May 13th. Next up, he just released this song, so I'm going to talk about it because he sent it in, and I want to talk about it. So let's play it. It's Wolf with Bottom of the Bottle.
Said I'm drowning at the bottom of the bottle. Who else wanna come follow? Said I'm drowning at the bottom of the bottle. Something I'm not sure I'll make it out of. I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Hey, I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Hey, come on, yeah. Said I'm drowning at the bottom of the bottle. Something I'm not sure I'll make it out of. I've been drinking all day and I'm not about to stop. I'ma finish shit when I wake up. Might as well keep it going, they got nothing else to do. Go ahead and grab a drink and drink up. Good thing that I'm not alone. It's finna get crazy for real. If I set the tone, I've been mixing like that dark smoke. Got hella bottles, everybody pick the poison that you want and say something. Okay, I'm talking all day fun. Into the night, once it's going, then I don't stop once. I'm trying to get people to the point they show how much they really can take to the head. We got that mystery punch. What's up? Get up, tee up. With the whole crowd drunk. GVO is all I'm asking if you kicking it with us. Have whatever, I've been trying a whole lot of different stuff. Like this shit my homie brought up to me in a clear cup. Call a blue motherfucker. Here we got some true liquor tuckers in the cups and bottles, probably causing clutter. My homie said he had a chick above us, so I handed him the rubber. I don't want him going out like Willie Lump Lump. When you get up there to her, I said what's up? Matter of fact, take some shots of this vodka coconut. I'm about to keep sipping on Jack Daniels honey with the papaya punch on some coke with my homie face in the cut. Here we go, no slowing down. If you're bold, baby, open your mouth. Like everything is just starting to really begin. I'm seeing people with gin. Raise your cup up if you're refilling. I think it's time to bring out a fifth of my favorite, and that's another than that one on the end. Said I'm drowning at the bottom of the bottle. Who else wanna come follow? Said I'm drowning at the bottom of the bottle. Something I'm not sure I'll make it out of. I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Hey, I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Hey, come on, yeah. Said I'm drowning at the bottom of the bottle. Something I'm not sure I'll make it out of.
Give me that yak, got that yak, and I'm 10 shots in. No cluck cluck, but I got that hen. Chuck, I'ma take it all blows with this beat up in my body. Got to start for the low. Pull up a gang and we came for the drink. Captain beside me, I bet we gon' sink. Shots of Ciroc, but you know that's a given. Hypnotics for pussies, you gotta be kidding. Hold on, my nigga, you gotta be kidding. D on her chest like she plays for the Piston. Like gave me lemons, I drown in that bottle. I parlay with demons, resurface tomorrow. Tipsy as Faisal, I talk like a wobble. Drunk off that goose, but no shots when I duck. Keep the cuts filled when I drill in her guts. Ay, toast to the gods like you jelly. Crown on her titties, Ciroc on her belly. I bet she get litty, but never forget me. She hit on my silly, I know she know better. She text me I'm cold, but I never could sweat her. God, Penny got a brand new case. Say, pop that shit all on her face. Damn, I can't remember her name. Damn, she got a body like Jade. Don't when she talking, I don't even listen. She caught my eye, but I never catch feelings. Drink in my body, I move with precision. Count on my shots, let the chamber go empty. Step in your party, yo bitches come with me. Cast when I'm rocking, but not on no injury. Came with your bitch and she looking for entry. Chugging that bottle like nobody with me. Yeah, yeah.
Said I'm drowning at the bottom of the bottle. Who else wanna come follow? Said I'm drowning at the bottom of the bottle. Something I'm not sure I'll make it out of. I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Hey, I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Hey, come on, yeah. Said I'm drowning at the bottom of the bottle. Something I'm not sure I'll make it out of.
I've seen him perform that song several times, and every time it's so much fun. It's so great. Shout out to Faisal. Forgot to put his thing on there until I remembered when he came in. Faisal killed that feature. Was great. Wolf can spit, man. He's a chopper, and he can just spit and he performs the song live extremely well. Excuse me. It's so weird because if you look at the last release that Wolf submitted and put out, I'm Good, and you look at this release, it's like it was mixed by the opposite person. In I'm Good, the bass was just a bit too much. His vocals were a bit drowned out and lacking any type of presence, and it was hard to hear, and things were muffled, and I didn't love the mix on it and everything. If you listen to this song, it's like everything that I didn't like about the mix on the last song was overcorrected on this song. In this song, a lot of the vocals feel a little bit loud. The bass feels a little bit weak. The vocals feel a little bit dry. Faisal's vocals sounded pretty decent. Maybe a little bit too loud, but still pretty decent. The hook was almost there. The layers on the hook, like Cody said, I like those. I like the ad-libs and the effects that they did on the ad-libs. And background vocals were perfect. It was perfect ear candy to fit in there. Good production on that. The beat was super dope. All the chops and the filters and everything. They really made... They took a beat that... I wonder what that beat sounded like before they did all that. Or if it came like that. I doubt it. I don't know. But I wonder what the beat sounded like without all that. It probably got repetitive, but they kept that beat super fresh and interesting. So good production on that. Good production on the songwriting and the layering and the ad-libs and all that stuff. I still think there's work to do on the mixing of Wolf's track. There were times when in the vocals I could hear the room, and I don't know if you know what that means, but basically it's like how do you... If you record in a closet that is completely dampened with a bunch of foam and stuff, yeah, you're not going to hear the room, but the vocal's also going to sound very dead, and you have to make up that deadness with delays and reverb that feel natural, not only to the song but to the recording. But alternatively, if you record in the middle of a room with a bunch of flat walls and reverberating metal sheets, you're gonna hear those in the recording. That's why the room matters. When I say I can hear the room, that means I can almost visualize the space around them recording based on what I hear in the recording, and that's why treated rooms and recording studios and having that kind of stuff is important, because you can hear it in the mix. And it's one of those things where I can hear it and I know what it is, but I know what to listen for, and I'm listening that carefully. To the average listener, yeah, they may not hear it, but if I showed you a song where you could hear the room, and then I showed you the same song but a different recording where you couldn't hear the room, you would like the one where you couldn't hear the room better, but you wouldn't know why. There's a lot of stuff in mixing and music where with it you can't tell, but I take it out and you'll like it better. You'll hear it, but you won't know what you're listening. Like you don't know what you're hearing, but I know what you're hearing. That's just the thing with trained ears. Same thing with like production. Like there are little instruments and layers that people throw in that know what they're doing, and like you can't like if you have to really listen to hear that horn panned, to 25 down with the reverb on it and buried. You have to really listen for that, and you may miss it because it's little staccato notes that just come in that syncopate with the beat and everything. But then if I take it out, you'll be like, yeah, it feels like it's missing something. And I put it in, and you're like, oh, now I hear it. Whatever. I'm going on a rant now, and I'll stop. My point is, I can hear the room in the some of the vocal things. So overall, I just want a little bit better mix out of his stuff, and I would love his music. Right now I really like it, but I would love it if it had just a slightly better mix on it. Now that I've ranted about that way too long, next track. Oh, I copied it too. Here we go. Oh, no, I already played that. Here we go. You ready? GFM Dutto? I don't know. called Dog Mode. I picked this song. They sent me 3 songs, and I picked this song because it had the word dog in it. Obviously, right? Right? That's me. I'm always going to pick the song that has the word dog in it. I like this already.
Yeah. Nigga, GFM shit, nigga. Big Dodo, nigga. Dog mode. Dog mode, dog, cause I dog all hoes. Should've stayed with a win pro, I don't love about no more. I thank God cause to this day, I can still go where I get it. You're a nigga try to tackle me, one-on-one nigga, I'm getting. I gotta let these niggas know, try me and you finish. From your chest up to your neck up, know how then you with. And they PJ on 07, nigga, that's my fucking shit. I ain't doing it for me, I'm trying to put on so we can get it. Nigga, try and get that check up, collab with the best up. Hennessy, yeah, she next up.
What's up, big bro?
Devo, can I get
Right
one?
now.
GMG, I see y'all. Keep pushing till you get for
Yeah.
Boom a nigga right now. So yeah, it's a lot of talent in my city.
It is.
Now times finest Ray Bands, that nigga really
What's
win.
up, right?
In the booth, I don't really see a nigga sit.
At all.
So that's on me, it's a must that we gotta get
Right
it.
now.
They probably say I'm dead right, cause I done started away.
I started away.
Cause I'm giving shout outs cause that dish shit played.
That dish shit
And I
played.
mean everything I said, I ain't doing it for no fame.
At all.
GFM, we about to blow up the family, finna be made. Dog mode, dog, cause I dog all hoes. Heartbroken 14, so what I'm loving y'all for. When I go in dog mode, I ain't really got no feelings. Ho told me I'm cold hearted, I told her, ho, I'm the realest. Hate to go in dog mode, cause the anger it be with. Beat and kill you and won't even give a fuck about the sex. I rebuke it cause I cannot let the devil come and get me. Just be with me, put protection on my whole entire city. Keep it with me or around me, cause I can't let a nigga split me. When I go in dog mode to grind the shirts, I need a million. Won't be satisfied dirt, won't be satisfied with a billion. Probably won't be satisfied till God put me under them trenches. I'm always in dog mode, man. The gift is really simple. Don't take no from no man when it's all about your shit. See your target, then you like to go at it with everything. Yeah, and be cautious of your friends, cause these niggas stay switch. That's all the game that I got for you people. Opportunity, I'll let her, man. These chances is 24 hours in a day, bro. To me, that's a me blowing. Yeah, these niggas gon' hate, bro. Be careful, they sneak. You gotta stay in dog mode. It's for the strong, not no weak. Free the core, induce money for them bands. They some secrets. Behind me, ain't gotta touch it. GFM or delete you. We no steppers, we some soldiers marching to our own beat, bro. Yeah. Nigga, that's big dodo, nigga. You heard me, nigga? Hey, 2018, this our year, man. GFM, we up next, man. Hey, NAP, we out here, baby. Dog mode.
I mean, I should have guessed it from the beat, but first of all, let me go with this way. The mix was almost there. Very clean, very full vocals. Sounded clean and clear and nice. A bit too loud, a bit too dry, but it was there. Sounded like a good recording. Almost there with the mix. Beat had a little bit too much low end, or not too much, not quite enough low end, and those like bells and like some of the higher stuff was a bit too loud. It was a bit overbearing. Now the overall sound feels a bit dated to me. It's got that street sound from like 7 to 10 years ago. Which, if that's what you're doing, then cool. Personally, not for me. But that doesn't mean there's not an audience for it. My biggest problem though was that the delivery from Dodo, he just was. Every once in a while, he would just fall out of the pocket and like do his own thing. Like he wasn't like on the beat, rapping on the beat. He was kind of just rapping over the beat, and he would be in the pocket and then come out just to say some stuff. And then like if here's the beat, I'm gonna talk on the beat, but then I'm just gonna say some stuff. Like you see, I was on beat, but then just kind of rolled off and did whatever I wanted. Like I don't know. I would say work on staying in that pocket and riding that beat. Don't just rap over the beat. Ride the beat. I was watching, if you haven't watched Rapture on Netflix, go ahead and watch the Logic episode and just watch the part Or even the one video online that I saw where he just talks about how he writes, where he listens to a beat and he just thinks of rhythms. He just basically scats over it. Like there'll be a beat going, right? And he'll just like just do that and be on the beat and then put the words to it. This clearly sounded like dude wrote out a whole rap and was like, I'm gonna make this go on this beat even if I'm not on the beat. Rewrite, man. Don't be afraid to rewrite. That's the thing you gotta realize. If you are doing something and you whatever, scrap a couple lines, take some syllables out, change some words around. It's your song, you can rewrite it. Make it fit better. Don't be acquiescent about, yeah, it's not really in there, but I like what I said. Nah, man, make it be on beat. Practice it and make it don't just rap over a beat, rap on the beat, man. So this next dude, Sir Scoots, he went down to Colombia, South America, and he met a producer down there and started working on an English-Spanish mixtape. And this is one of the songs that they made. So, let's check it out.
24H Studios. We in this bitch. Colombia, I did it. In Cucuta, I did it. Yo, bitch, I did it. Not Money Squad, let's get it. Got these people stressed. That's why they both flex. No flex on dope test. You get what up in dope sex. Yeah, the Money Squad, and we going hard. We stacking paper, we still in bronze. Club going up, and we bout them bucks. Pesos to dollars, don't give two fucks. I'm throwing up. Naptown, Cucuta is my home now. In the booth, we straight clowns. Smoking kush, that's too loud. Frontera, linked up with America. We fresh as shit when we bounce these riffs with lyrical crack like we drugged it up. Contrabando, policia trying to take my shit. Let's see them papers. So I gave him the finger, told him suck my dick. Paper planes like all day. Ask me how to do it, this is what I say. I'm far away from home. Heart and soul is in these songs. Strength up, now I'm strong. Now my money's long. I did it. I'm far away from home. Heart and soul is in these songs. Strength up, now I'm strong. Now my money's long. I did it. I'm rising to the top, you can't see me. Got people waiting, they just wanna be me. I talk the talk and I walk the walk, I'm way up. Smoking kush that'll blow your eardrum. I'ma spit it like I'm running from the cow swag. Make the crowd fall down when they hit the space sound. Running the game, going one on your bitch ass. Drop a line too fast, never running out of gas. Big booty hoes getting loose on the dance floor. My name's Scoop, rather than I be an escort. If you got a man, don't let him know repo. A one night thing, everywhere than a seafood. These bitches love my American language, so I slang it and they get naked. I'm loving these hoes one night, no dating. Big booty hoes, I came to tame 'em. My accent is my currency, go rough. I stay slinging dick to the bitches that love us. Oh, we rev it up, never busting a knee slut. So up from the floor, got the perp in my lungs. I'm far away from home. Heart and soul is in these songs. Strength up, now I'm strong. Now my money's long. I did it. I'm far away from home. Heart and soul is in these songs. Strength up, now I'm strong. Now my money's long. I did it. I'm rising to the top, you can't see me. Got people waiting, they just wanna be me. I talk the talk and I walk the walk, I'm way up. Smoking kush that'll blow your eardrum.
I'm kind of assuming this is just gonna play out. Alright, so the part that I really loved was that poppy singy type thing. The poppy singing thing that was in there. I really liked that. That was well written, well executed, even though it sounded heavily auto-tuned or pitch corrected. Doesn't matter, still sounded cool. I even liked the mix on that. That was cool. I think at the end right there where there was all that space, they should have just repeated that because I wanted to hear that again. I like that part. The rapping parts, there wasn't much substance. There was, I think in that second verse, there's some stuff I'm like, okay, I like where he's going, but then he went back to like some cliche stuff that I'm like, man, you're in Colombia. Be a little bit, create some imagery, man. You're in South America. I've never been there. Create imagery with your verse to make me imagine Colombia and make me want to be there. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, yeah, this girl, and she likes my English accent, so I'm gonna get with her. And it's like, yeah, but tell me about her. Like, what does a Colombian girl look like? I want to know. Why is she so interesting to you? And then the beat was super dope. I really like the beat. It definitely fit the mood and the vibe of that Colombian, but also Western dance club, but not, I don't know, it was like a good combination of those styles that really worked out really well. The other big thing for me is, other than that one like poppy singing part, I was not a fan of the mix. When it first came on, I was like, oh, those vocals are a bit heavy and too wet, too much reverb. It was like, this is weird. And then there were some parts where the auto-tune was kind of weird, and then there was that one part where like the vocals were way quieter, and you came back in and they were clearly way louder. So I think it needs a healthier mix. And honestly, man, I would say on the other songs on the project, or if you're going to work on this one more, use some imagery to describe Colombia. Like, if this is a English-Spanish mixtape and your songs are about your trip to Colombia, give me some of that. I want to taste the Colombia in your lyrics. I want to know, like, I want to picture it. I want more vivid imagery. I want to connect with it and hear you describe it in a way where you were in awe, or you thought something was beautiful, or you thought this girl was amazing. Why? What about her makes her different because she's from Colombia? You know what I mean? Like, there's a chance here to do something really cool with the Colombian culture implemented into your music. You have a bit of the production there. You have the flavor because the producer's Colombian, and you actually went there. Put it into the lyrics and a little bit more into the delivery, but mainly the lyrics. Clean up the auto-tune. Hit up somebody to mix it. Maybe me. I'm here. Okay, so I gotta fix something real quick. I was gonna play someone's song, and then they said that it wasn't the right version. So then I was going to skip over them and come back to it when they sent me the right version, but they couldn't. So I have to get this together. So I can't say the name of the song, so I'm just gonna put it up and I'm just gonna play it.
Man, you know, when you true to it, people gonna see that you true to it. You know, sprayed up, papered up, ammunition for the devil. Getting our paper, take going to the other level. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it really about.
You either gonna hoe up or blow up, bitch. Let me tell you something, man. You either gonna be a prostitute or a perpetude, man. And if you're a perpetude, I'm gonna give me a substitute, bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Straight. You know what I'm talking about?
I lit like a bitch, on the floor, at the floor, smoking zip after zip. White hoes, black hoes, hella ass and titties. So I'm feeling like a man, can't nobody put with me. Young nigga in charge. Young nigga go hard. Say young nigga in the zone. Young nigga put me on. I'm just a young nigga. Purple kush mixed with that liquor. Yellow heart touching my pickle, yeah. Proper pimpin', I'm 11 since a youngin'. I've been getting, so I've been turning up for a fucking minute. I pour up before. If it's the toss, the next only one out. VIP shotty with bitches and bottles. Right now I got plenty, but I want some more. Let's fuck us some commas, let's fuck us some commas. Run through the check, open the check. I'm touching these niggas, but I'm on these hoes. Young nigga, let me turn up on you all. I lit like a bitch, on the floor, at the floor, smoking zip after zip. White hoes, black hoes, hella ass and titties. So I'm feeling like a man, can't nobody put with me. Young nigga in charge. Young nigga go hard. I say young nigga in the zone. Young nigga put me on. Young nigga, proper pimpin', all the way in my zone. Got a bunch of shit for no loving. And R.I.P. them pimps, he never fuck without a rubber throwing back. When she coming on my shit, ain't no running. Fuck that nigga that you claim. This my pussy good, stop stunting. Just a young nigga with money, bout success in a check. Bitches, they love my lingo and the way a nigga flex. When I step up in your city, it's a movie. BWA, breadwinners, it's a movement. Niggas hating, yeah, I see your pet ass looking. Just know your bitch ain't gon' have, she gon' divide that pussy and let me push it. Hey, nigga, you know I lit like a bitch. On the floor, at the floor, smoking zip after zip. White hoes, black hoes, hella ass and titties. So I'm feeling like a man, can't nobody come with me. Young nigga in charge. Young nigga go hard. I say young nigga in the zone. Young nigga putting on.
That's what I mean, order, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in hoes, you know what I'm saying? Talking on the mics and, you know, looking around. Bitch, you out of pocket, bitch. How you gonna explore, ho? You know what I'm saying? Bitch, if you gonna explore something, bitch, explore another level of this pimping that I got for you. So control, what I consider to be control is, you know what I'm saying, the soul, you know what I'm saying? You know, a hoe really got to feel a pimp, you know what I'm saying? I said, I ain't gonna make you do this, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna force you to do this. It's all gonna be by choice. It's gonna be by choice. It's gonna be by choice. It's gonna be by choice.
I think I left the mic on that whole time. So sorry about that. But yeah, that was a banger. I love the song. Love the song. I really enjoy the song. My only critique or feedback is that it sounds... Well, first of all, I want to say I did not expect this from Jay Lee. He's usually real smooth and does some like singy shit and like get you all feeling good, right? This one was kind of a banger, so it was cool to hear him do something different with the track. Anyway, my only critique is that it sounds like they're running that mix way too hard into a limiter or compressor or something, and you're getting a lot of distortion. It's just too hot. You're getting like stuff in the mids that are, when there's no bass, like the stuff at the very beginning and the stuff at the end, like the sound effects and some of the voices and stuff, you're getting stuff in like the 4K range that are just popping me in the ear. And then when the beat kicks in, that bass is just slamming that limiter or compressor, whatever you've got going on the master bus or whatever you're doing for mastering. That's just distorting the shit out of the whole thing, which is disappointing me, because if it was cleaner, it would bang harder. Because it's not like the good type of distortion where it's like, it's, you know, there's good distortion and there's bad distortion. This is like you're clipping the shit or running your limiter too hard and it's getting bad distortion. So I understand you want it to be loud, but that comes at a price. Okay, what do we got next? Up next, we got Hypnotic with a Run It remix that came out today. Play.
Yeah. It's Hypnotic, bitch. It's Hypnotic. Yeah. Somebody run and tell these motherfuckers that their reign's over. I ain't gon' make excuses, dawg. This a hostile takeover. Once I get in the game, then I'ma give that bitch a makeover. Like it's cosmetology. Not Twitter, but yo bitch trying to follow me. But last year wouldn't acknowledge me. You can try to hate on me, but truthfully, man, nobody spit hot as me. Like a dragon the sun. I just want a bag of the hundreds. I hit the field and I'm running. AK with 100 round drumming. Y'all already know how I'm coming. Y'all still know who running? Y'all wanna know who funded? Me, it's all mine. I just dropped the clothing line. It was all by my design. Doing shows like co-headline. I ain't never been co-signed. If I go broke, I'm selling dimes. Trust me, dog, I'm doing fine. Fight these thoughts up in my mind. Cope with them by doing lines. Smoking weed like all the time. I be high when writing rhymes. This my life, I ain't gotta lie. Never catch me in disguise. I'm just flying in disguise. Probably bumping little skies. Oh. Man, look what Hypnotic did. Zoning out of consciousness. I don't know what time it is. Had to learn what time it is. Fun flat bitch, I'm bombing it. If you spit, I'm vomiting. My game, I'm on top of it. She's talking provocative. If I slide, I'm piping it. Mixing lean and Vicodin. Talk slick and I'm clocking him. No TikTok, I'm rocking him. Going up, I'm rocking him. No, I keep that rocket with. Blasting off Team Rocket shit. Hotboxing a rocket shit. Xanax causing confidence. Shout out Indianapolis. I know the streets gon' rock with this. Like to thank my accomplices. Wish you all accomplishments. You're the reason I'm in this. Feeling so miraculous. Doing numbers like calculus. I was caged up, now I'm back in it. My whole brand, I'm back in it. You want a pound, I'm bagging it. Favorite verse, I'm laughing it. Y'all the ones I'm laughing at. I'm the one to grab it at. Always wanting this and that. First off, fuck you, miss me with that. This is real, it's more than rap. Going back to my habitat. Trying to lead old habits back. You're making jokes like rabbits back. I just laugh as spaz on tracks. Can't deny this, that's a fact. I don't really gotta act. Dirty like a pie, I act. Now I'm gone, but I'll be back. Who running? Who running? I'm coming. Not a bitch.
I mean, Hypnotic's got bars, you know. This is the problem. With tracks like this, I miss, like, all the bars. Like, I miss them all. Because I can't focus on it. If I had time, I would go back and listen again and try to pick stuff out. But I was mainly just trying to figure out, like, what I thought about the mix. Because, like, the instrumental definitely sounds like he pulled the Run It instrumental off of YouTube, which is fine. Because this is just like a remix song, so it's no big deal. But there's something about his vocal mix that's like, it's clear, it's clean, it's decent, but it doesn't, like, it's almost like really light, in terms of like light and heavy, like, oh man, I don't even know how to describe this right now. It just wasn't full and big and like in front of me. It was just like, it was like when I think of this, is how I'm going to visualize. This is how I visualize that mix. That mix to me sounded like a teddy bear sitting on a couch. What I mean by that is, like, I can see it. It's clear. It's right there. But there's, like, space around it, and it's, like, little and soft. And it wasn't, like, I wasn't holding the teddy bear here. It was just, like, it's there. He said I didn't hit it in mono, so, I mean, you'll get that with an MP3 from YouTube, and, you know, and whatever he did with the mix, like, I'm not surprised that the high end was really bad on mono for you guys. But he's got bars, and, like, the mix kind of just sounded like it's what I expected for the track. Like a Run It remix. Here's a bunch of bars from an underground rapper over this track. So, like, it just sounded like, I don't know. I don't want to dog the mix too much because it sounded like what it should sound like. Here's a bunch of bars and a remix over this beat. There you go. I'm showing off a bunch of bars. But with that said, I feel like he needed to bring it a bit more. This to me you know what it sounded like? He can tell me if I'm wrong, but to me it sounded like he liked Run It, and he was like, I want to do a Run It remix, and so he sat down a day and wrote a bunch of bars over the Run It remix, and he ran it through a couple times, and then he recorded it and made it sound pretty clean, and was like, bam, Run It remix. And I think it would have had a stronger impact if he would have sat there and, like, practiced it for a week and got it super tight and then recorded it and then spent 10 hours. That's too much. 5 hours. If he would have spent 5 hours on that mix. Because, and I say 5 hours for him because I know that I'm pretty sure he does it himself, because because he just got some studio stuff recently, and he's been putting out a lot of content because he can record himself now, which is great. I condone that. If you're gonna do stuff like remixes to practice your skills. Here's the thing. Hypnotic is doing a bunch of songs right now because he's got like the home studio set up now, so he can take the time to practice his craft and put out songs and, build a name and build attention and all that stuff. But it's like, if you're gonna sit there and practice your skills, whether it's as an MC or engineering yourself and mixing yourself or whatever, then like really take the time to make it as best as it can be. Like, you got to be self-aware, and like listening back to that, like you got to know that there are parts in there where you could have been tighter or had a stronger delivery, or maybe pronounced something a little bit better, or maybe stayed in the pocket a little bit stronger, or cleaned up a fast part that you did, or maybe rewrote things to make them fit better. Not that anything really stood out as it didn't fit, but there were definitely parts that I'm like, that was a bit loose. He's not quite on right there with what he was doing, but it's real close. He's just real close, and I'm like, if you're gonna invest in yourself to get a home studio rig and put out remixes and songs, then like really take the time to really practice the craft. Don't just put out stuff because you can. Practice the craft. But he said he had the hardest verse on it. I don't know what you mean, Dylan. This next artist, it's pronounced C-A-Y is pronounced like say. So it's C-Class Say, aka Sayless. The song's called You Can't Deny Me. And it goes a little something like this.
Class A, nigga. Harville 1200, nigga. Say you easy on the beat. I done rode, I done sold. This the only thing I know. Never fold, never told. Only speak on what you know. And what it is that you know, you gotta keep it on the low. What it is that you know, you gotta keep it on the low. You can't deny me, this realness inside me. Can't deny me. Oh, you can't deny me. Oh, you can't deny me. Father God, expose those that mess themselves as my enemies. Relations complicated. Wonder if God can handle things that they give to me. Where are my friends right now? You said you would hold me down. I've been looking out for everybody. Tell me what we stand right now. I didn't roll for you, I didn't soul for you, even though you let me down. Please don't shoot me down. I'm walking with a scale right now. I'm smoking wood just to balance out how I really feel right now. I can even feel right now. I didn't roll, I didn't soul. This the only thing I know. Never fold, never told. Only speak on what you know. And what it is that you know, you gotta keep it on the low. What it is that you know, you gotta keep it on the low. You can't deny me, this realness inside me. You can't deny me. Oh, you can't deny me. Oh, you can't deny me. Cause if you put me in the same position, I would never break down like a demolition. CIA when we talking code. And you let me know where you stand, cause you ain't tried to mend the friendship. I ain't gon' start, I was ballin'. Treated your mother like she was my grandmother's daughter. And they take advantage when they damage and things don't go the way you planned it. I ain't feel like I was wrong. It was your bitch texting me from another bitch phone. But the bitch knew all along. I was your blood and the friendship was stronger than strong. What type of shit is you on? Lower your voice, cause you know I would jump out this phone. A nigga wanna see me going extra. Apply the pressure, cutting ties with extras. They wanna see me out my body. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't be surprised when this good heart decides to turn cold to you. Cold to you, cold to you. I didn't fold, I didn't sold. This the only thing I know. Never fold, never told. Only speak on what you know. And what it is that you know, you gotta keep it on the low. What it is that you know, you gotta keep it on the low. You can't deny me, this realness inside me. You can't deny me. Oh, you can't deny me. Oh, you can't deny me.
But Salis, I see a lot of potential, but I see a lot of problems. The songwriting is there, the storytelling is there, the lyrics are there, the performance is almost there. I don't feel you feeling it quite yet, but it's almost there. But you're just falling short of really making me connect with you. Some of the verses and some of the stuff at the beginning had bad auto-tune in terms of it was either too much or it didn't need to be there, or it was hitting wrong notes. It was correcting the wrong notes, which was bothering me. But the auto-tune on like the hook and stuff, that was fine. That sounded cool. That was great. Style's there. Attitude is almost there. That's kind of with like the delivery thing. But what Salis needs is a producer that's going to be like, nah, we got to do that again. Nah, you got to give it more here. Nah, you really got to connect. You really got to, you know what I mean? She needs a coach a producer or coach or someone that's like, to bring the best out of her, because she has potential. The mix, though, whoever did the mix had like some good ideas in terms of flavor, but they need some help on learning how compression works. There was the one part of I think it's like the hook, where like the first part of the hook was like it was almost there mix wise, and then it like went to the next part of the hook, and the vocal was louder, was being super compressed, and it was just too much, and a lot of sibilance on it too. Man, there's a lot I want to do to the mix. Like the mix has like, this is like roughly a good demo mix, but it needs, some of the vocals were too dry, some of the vocals needed more layers, which is more of a production thing. The compression was off. It was clear, but sometimes it didn't cut completely through the mix, which is a matter of EQ and compression. But it was like things were either like not cutting through quite enough, and then other things were cutting through way too much, and it was like there's like this weird teeter-totter of that going on sometimes throughout the parts. Yeah, take off the auto-tune from the verses, give me more, and let me mix you.
Give me the beat and let me. 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 Yeah, yeah. I used to push a lot, but that was way back then. I mean, I had to change my circle, get some Maybach friends. Thought you was body, why you say that then? And yeah, I used to have that white girl, I spray that tan. That mean we cutting the profit, but ain't no cut in my profit. Heard your shooters was pussy, act like it's stuck in they pocket. Not no killer, don't push me, I don't do good when it's obvious. Only good when it's popping, I probably could, but not stopping, okay? Everybody want a recognition. Don't nobody wanna put the work in, damn. Every day I'm talking repetition, brand, honorable mention. I've been on a mission, I've been on a vision. I've been on the road so long, gotta deal with Michelin. I just gotta be an anomaly. They ain't never had the time for me, so I shot myself when I said fuck them, cause I don't really get to see that side of me. You gotta ride for me, you gotta die for me. Bring out the fight in me, build up the light with me. And it be like that. I used to feel bad when I didn't write back. Then I got locked and I ain't heard a word from none of you motherfuckers. No one I don't trust them. Ramen noodle budget. Mix it with a pickle, my nigga just said fuck it. If you think I owe you, put your name in the bucket and I get straight to it. Bitch, I got the gas and they sit brake fluid. Make them sit right down. Everything direct to make a bitch take to it. I used to push a lot, but that was way back then. I mean, I had to change my circle, get some Maybach friends. Thought you was body, why you say that then? And yeah, I used to have that white girl, I spray that tan.
For the record, that's why I don't like SoundCloud links, because I can never stop that next song from playing. Dope track. I felt like the very first song I played, he was mindful of length and kept it short enough to not get old. Love the beat, love his delivery on it. It was fresh, the mix was good, content was good. It's a dope track. This is another one I would put on the playlist. You're right though, did have a tag in the beat. That's probably, if I had to really criticize it for anything, I would probably just say the tag. Like I could probably go into detail about the mix, but it's not really worth it because it's good enough. What was the thing I was gonna say? I forget what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, just like I think I forgot to say it on the last song, and I want to say it on this song too. You guys should work on your endings, because the last song, that song and the last song before it, the Sailor song, ended very abruptly. Like it was just boom, over, and I was not ready for it. It caught me off guard. Something to think about. Yeah, I really like Grand though. That was a good song. I don't have much to critique on it. Like that song is what it is, and I like it, so.
There's a new kind of poison, and it's starting to spread. But I didn't think the antidote was in my hands. I can change my plans. I can change my plans.
I constantly poison myself, forget the fact I'm useless. I got more chances to take than motivating movements. I'm human, the judgment now would be foolish. The repercussions made me humble when the jungle influence. I'm tatted up to tell a story. Love me now with my glory. Back then niggas used to tear me down and destroy me. It's cool though, looking for better days. With blowing in my face, embrace what a great overtake. And I swear that I won't be back, and that's real. I'ma climb and I won't look back down that hill. I'ma fight till my lungs collapse or get take care of where I was, where I'm gonna be at, and that's real. Pickle me now, follow the flow, and go. With these regrets, I give to you my soul. Embrace the light, extend my arms, and oh.
No one knows what goes on up inside my head. There's a new kind of poison, and it's starting to spread. But I didn't think the antidote was in my hands. I can change my plans. I can change my plans.
All started as a young nigga in the game. If you know what it means, you know it's bang bang. What the OG couldn't tell me that shit. It would take your life away from you real quick. I was just trying to get a piece of the cake. I was so tired of seeing the tears run down my mama's face that I couldn't take it no more. Brought me to my knees cause I realized my mama didn't lose me to the street. So I realized this one wasn't me. So I knew I had to change it to a whole new me. Look at me now, 4 kids wild to make, live and make proud. That's something to live for and die for. So y'all niggas better watch yourself, cause I'm coming at your back door. So y'all niggas claim you know me. No, that's the old me. But y'all can't turn me into the old me, cause it dead and gone.
No one knows what goes on up inside my head. There's a new kind of poison, and it's starting to spread. But I didn't think the antidote was in my hands. I can change my plans. I can change my plans. I tried to find my reflection on the glass, but all I ever saw were the things I lack. All the smudges on the mirror made me go insane. All I ever thought I was a mistake.
Well, I think it's pretty clear that the hook, the female hook, was in the beat, based on the difference in mix between the verses and the hook. And it sucks because this song like has potential to be like a really endearing, emotional song that you can connect to, and maybe other people can with that mix, but I can't because all I can think about is the mix. First verse, first part of the song was good. I mean, yeah, it needs some love on the mix, but the feeling was there, and the delivery was close to being there, and it was nice, and I liked it, and I liked the content of the song. Second verse, it was doubled just like they did in the early 90s Wild Style. Goodness. But it needs, he didn't have the delivery, like, he didn't have the delivery that, like, makes you connect with it. Like, he had the words, he had the lyrics, he had the message, but, like, I don't know how you expect me to connect with you if you're just saying it like I'm saying this. Like, if I'm just telling you this like this, then you're not gonna really. But if I told you that you need to connect, please connect with me on that one. I want you to connect. You see how, like, putting more emphasis into your words makes it more dramatic. It gives a feeling to it, and you're like, oh, he's really feeling that shit, and now I feel it. Put that into it, man. That's like, you got some real shit to say. Say it that makes me want to feel what you're feeling. I don't know. Some people are like really good at writing, and they can rap and be on beat and do things and flow, but they just do it like they don't care, and like they're just reading a book. Like, sometimes when I hear people rap on this show, it sounds like they're in school and their teacher told them that they needed to read paragraph 3, and they're just like, and my mama told me to always keep my best interest in mind. And it's like, bro, I don't want to listen to you read. I want to listen to you tell me how you feel from your gut and your heart and your soul and your mind. Like, put some emphasis on some syllables so I can feel what you're feeling. The point of music is to connect with people and to arise emotion out of someone. Whether that emotion is joy, happiness, fun, carefree, bullshit, let's party and turn up and get lit, or it's I had struggles with my family and it was hard and this and that and I struggle because of it, connect with me on this topic. Or if it's I'm angry because Donald Trump and politics, you know what I mean? Like, the point of music is to express emotions, and if you're not going to express an emotion in your delivery, then I'm not interested to listen to it.
Aliens here. Let me get that. Yeah. I wanna start by saying, what the fuck you thought this was? They thought I quit or they must have thought my body turned to dust. I will body anyone doing drive-bys and a white body. Got me mobbing like John Gotti. We the army, yeah. I leave a nigga bedridden, snatch off a nigga head with it. The shotty in my pants leg got me walking like I'm peg-legged. I pull it out my drawers, now my arms looking like they prosthetic. You a bomb threatened war vet, this is bombs over Baghdad. I'm cool, I come through dressed like a penguin in a tuxedo. I come through looking like money walking in a casino. Little do they know, I'm not here to play games, boy, this is a robbery. But you are gambling with your life if you thinking of stopping me. 48217, nigga 313, that's Southwest. We in minivans wearing clown masks. I brought the circus and a league of smiles back. Without an option, I'll be popping off at any problem. Any bottles popping, don't worry about it, bitch, we got 'em. Long hike, up the mountain, started from the bottom. Yeah, long drive, down the road to riches from the potholes. Yep, long nose, on the barrel, call it Sarah Parker, bitch. Rock and roll, with this drum you blink out Travis Barker. And I ain't dealing with no old bummy ass bitch, no old dusty ass, musty ass, funky ass bitch, no old ugly ass, donkey face, monkey ass bitch, or no old chubby ass, hungry ass bitch. Where my sexy women at? Where my healthy women? The ones I can't even call bitches, I look at and respect them different. I can't be judgmental, won't cast stones cause I'm a sinner. But in this cold world with cold-hearted killers, bitch, I'm shivering cause I'm cool. And I come through dressed like a penguin in a tuxedo. I come through looking like money walking in a casino. Little do they know, I'm not here to play games, boy, this is a robbery. But you are gambling with your life if you thinking of stopping me. Stacking money like Monopoly, honestly, I could fuck up the economy. I done seen people lose out on their property, probably cause they wasn't stacking properly. Pardon me, I'ma offer my apologies. Sorry niggas rubbing off on me, running off on me. Pray to Jesus Christ that I don't crucify whoever crossed from me. Unemployed making boss money, son of a bitch, you a lost puppy. I'm all in your crib like an auction, leaving with shit like I bought something. Take niggas whips like they cost nothing, I'm out the garage with it. In a murder mitten, you gon' need you a hat and some mittens, a coat pair of boots, I'm just chillin', be cool. Cause I come through dressed like a penguin in a tuxedo, bitch. I come through looking like money walking in a casino. Little do they know, I'm not here to play games, boy, this is a robbery. But you are gambling with your life if you thinking of stopping me, cool. I come through dressed like a penguin in a tuxedo. I come through looking like money walking in a casino. Little do they know, I'm not here to play games, boy, this is a robbery. But you are gambling with your life if you thinking of stopping me. Let me get that, 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 let me get that. I come through, yeah, tuxedo. I come through looking like money. They know nigga, in a tuxedo. Told y'all, aliens here. Shout out to my nigga Rose. Shout out to my nigga Jay Young. My big brother, Mr. Motor City. Shout out to Jamel the Don. Hey, shout out to Problem for this beat, you feel me?
I agree. Wordplay was dope. Cold ass verses. Gonna be honest though, the hook was kind of lacking for me. I wasn't a big fan of that hook. Coming looking like a penguin in a tuxedo. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the hook. Bars were cold. I want to point out that this song perfectly exemplifies what I was missing on the last song that I went on a rant about, and that is delivery. He delivered that first of all, the description of that song that he had on SoundCloud was, this is that song to rob a bank to. And that's what his delivery sounded like. He had that aggression. He had that confident aggression going on, snapping on it, you know what I mean? So like his delivery was spot on point spot, whatever. There's points in their spots. The mix was good. I think he could have brought the vocals a little bit down, or the beat a little bit up, but the vocal mix and everything was pretty good, pretty tight, pretty solid. I don't really know what else to say. Solid mix. Don't love the hook. Love the verses. Great delivery.
Yeah. You know what the fuck it is. Birds. Third chapter. Yeah. Fuck that old greasy. Fucking is on Weezy. Fucking moms on welfare. Dragonfly Jones. Food stamp. Colors and visuals, stay original, break bread with the rhythm. Engaging in a ritual, my flavors and acquired taste, something for the purists. Searching for a cure and they say that we're the purest. Flawless victory after appalling history. Beyond survival, we was thriving in the misery. Took a page out of their book and turned it into paper. Put water out of thin air and turned it into vapor. Purchasing the finer things, bought my girl a diamond ring. Made a little mini me and got him some designer things. I came to grips with everything and put the past behind me.
Quit using stereo widening on your vocals to make them seem wider.
Came up in the slums and we headed for the kingdom. When the kingdom comes, our people know we gonna bring them.
As I say, this came from a catastrophe. Atrophy sets into the lungs as we attack a beat. Catch release, masterpiece, faster than whatever meets the eye. Realize this ain't your typical two guys. Ride out down south, got lost through the years, my peers. They thought I went and disappeared. I wasn't hiding, I was hibernating. Woke up, I was still the greatest. Not because I'm making paper, only because my mind is greater than a lost man. And now I'm free man. Fertilize my mind to wisdom and get knowledge. See man, the reason I'm OG man. I'm a god and not a novice. Veteran spit, that is the reason we leaving a legacy. No, there is no test in me. Molest a beat and find our greatest hits. I need therapy. There I be, standing on top. The loneliness, it never gets to me. Welfare mothers, we bring you chapter 3.
It sounds mangled to you because of the fact that you are hearing it in mono. I'll explain in a minute. Okay. So the reason that it sounded weird to you guys and like phasey and mangled the vocals did is because what they've done here is they have put stereo widening on the vocals, or maybe even the whole track, to be honest. It didn't really sound like it on the beat, so I'm gonna say the vocals because they wanted their vocals to have more width. Don't do that. Don't. Here's a secret. Here's a little bit of super secret sauce for you guys. You want to know how to use stereo widening? This is what you do. You make an auxiliary track. Then you choose a bus as its input. Then you send whatever you want. Well, on that auxiliary bus, you choose auxiliary track. You set a bus as its input, and then you put a stereo widening, whatever stereo widener you like to use, whether it's S1 from Waves or was it PS Spread? I think that's another Waves one, maybe. Ozone Imager, whatever you like to use for your stereo widening. If you're in Fruity Loops, you have stereo enhancer and stereo. Whatever you're using, you put it on that auxiliary track, right? And you make the input a bus. Then whatever you want to do, whatever you want to widen up a bit, you send, it's not output, you send to that bus, and then mix it in and blend it in behind it in parallel, the same way that you would or should be doing your reverbs and delays and stuff like that as an effect, not on the main track. And even then, be subtle with it. What you've done here is effectively ruin your vocal mix because you're like, oh, I want it to be wider. We'll put the widener on it and boom, now it's wide. And it's like, no, what you've done is you've created phase issues between your left and your right speaker so that, one, it sounds weird to me, and two, when people listen back in mono like there, you have phase issues and it sounds mangled and it sounds bad. So stop using stereo widening if you're not going to use it correctly. I just showed you one example of a way that you can use it. It's not the only way, but it's a better way. It's a very good way. If you want to use it directly on a track, you can do that, but just be very, very subtle and use it correctly and don't overdo it and set the settings right. The cool thing about setting the stereo widening on its own auxiliary track is that you can then send more of one vocal than the other, or you could send that piano to it or this guitar to it or whatever. But again, I want to go back to something else. Don't just use a stereo widening plugin to create width in your mix. If you didn't make the beat or you don't have the beat stems, you do become a little bit limited in it. If you do have those stems, you can do a lot of cool stuff. If you don't, then experiment with the vocals if you can. Basically, you pan some stuff, man. Yeah, you want it to be wider? Throw in some stuff on the left and pan it left. Throw in some stuff, pan it right. Layer some stuff, pan those. Don't just use stereo widening or the Haas effect. If you don't know what the Haas effect is, I'm not even going to tell you because I don't want you to do it because you're going to do stupid shit like you do with the stereo widening plugin. Get access to the beat, the stems, and that way you can take those bells and pan them to the left, or that like little guitar lick that comes in, throw it over to the right, whatever. If you want width, if you want to spread and create a nice sound stage, a nice stereo field, use panning and quit using stereo widening tools, because a lot of times it's gonna ruin your mix. GarageBand I don't know enough about to really tell you. In Fruity Loops, it definitely sounds like you use the I don't know, I think there's a stereo widener and a stereo enhancer. Try not using it. That's my only suggestion. That or use it in a totally different way, because the turning fire into gold hook type part on it I really liked, but I couldn't hear very well because it was still a bit too quiet, and it had the whining thing on it. The verse vocals, there was like cool wordplay and like syllable play and rhyme schemes going on and some interesting content, but I was too distracted to really hear it. If you want more advice, if you want specific advice, Brian, hit me up in the DMs. I love giving very specific advice. If you ever have a question on how to do something or a better way to do something, hit me up directly, and I'm always down to give advice. And that goes for anyone, but specifically you, Brian, because I like what you guys are doing with Moms on Welfare. I see the potential there, and the mixing is where it's falling short for me. And the second dude's delivery could use a little bit more work. He's got the rhyme schemes, he's got the wordplay, he's got the stuff going on there, but he needs a little bit more of a stronger, more captivating delivery. Alright, enough of me ranting about stereo widening. Did I already get the next one ready? Nope. Sorry. I thought I had the next one ready, but apparently I just downloaded it and didn't actually get it ready.
I wanna be a freak, baby. I'm taking off my clothes. Come inside my door, I'll be a freak. And tonight, boy, it's all up to you. What you wanna do, I wanna freak. Oh, baby, I'm taking off my clothes. Come inside my door, I'll be a freak. And tonight, boy, it's all up to you. What you wanna do, I wanna freak. I'm gonna take off my clothes. I know just what you want before you hit the door. I wanna freak your body while we sip some more. Your thug love, baby, got me feeling for more and begging for more. Don't be tripping, boy, I really hope that you're listening to all the freaky things I be whispering. When I put it on, yeah, you'll be stuttering. Baby, do it again. Baby, I'm taking off my clothes. Come inside my door.
The funny part was that song ended, like, earlier I complained about a couple songs ending really short, and that one just kind of dragged on just a little bit too long. Like, yeah, I get it, but you don't have to let her finish the hook to fade her out. I missed what you guys were saying here. Yeah, definitely some more backing vocals, some more ear candy would have been really nice on the verse. She does have a great voice, great production and song structure. Needs some cadence change. I could see that. Definitely, I see what you mean, Eddie Blake, David Rogers, about It May Have Popped in 2008. It does have a bit of a dated sound, but her voice is so good and she's talking so seductively that it could probably pop in any time period. DJ Russell, You Wish You Was Talking to You. I think she's talking to me. Dizzy, I agree. I like the vocals. She does have a good sound. Hayden, I'm not responding to you on that one. She does have a wow factor, and it has a bit of that old school vibe. Mixing was great. I like it. Production was there. I think it could, like, I agree with Wild Style. It could use a little bit extra flavor, a little bit extra things to pop. It was a solid song, but it could have been, you know what I mean? It was like, yes, but it could have been like, wow. Other than that, I mean, I don't really have much else to say. Like, we all know that was a pretty solid song. Damn it. Never heard of this guy before, but I'm always down for new stuff. I'll try anything once.
Contrary, doing it different.
What if I told you I can spit? What if I told you life is shit? What if I told you that your bitch wanna have sex and suck my dick? I'm too broke, I need some cash. What if I sell these drugs to kids? Are you gonna say it's not legit? Then you go and start a snitch. What if I'm never gonna stop? Are you gonna call the police? That is if I never get caught before you complete the whole thing. What if I take out my guns? Are you gonna say I'm cold fish? What if I don't have the guts to hold a gun at 14? What if I started selling drugs? Are you gonna go and tell the cops? What if I never gave a fuck? What if you never gave me props? What if I make a hit and run? Like go to church and kiss a nun? I wonder what it happened if I didn't believe in God. These are just my wonders. Man, they ain't wanna go to hell, and they ain't want no drama, or for people to say I'm bad, and they ain't wanna end up in jail or with the bullets from the feds. So let me die with this pain that has really got on my ass. But what if I die today? Murder by Officer James and two other niggas, cause we are filing a case. Are you gonna be ashamed to think you a killer? You are the one that you blame. You shouldn't count on my grave, I never forgive her. If you can sign or say, saying to get on my face, I don't wanna see her. What if I told you I'm reckless and stab a knife on your necklace? What if I told you I'm perfect like a diamond ring on your necklace? What if I lie in a casket? Would you cry or accept it? What if I told you, goddammit, that I am proud as a bastard? What if I live in the trap house and I'm trapped just to get out? What if I go rent a penthouse? Will I be broken, be cashed out? What if I live in the ghetto and I'm addicted to Lego and I get killed in a bando? Bolivar Queen the Pinero. What if I never existed? What if my name is not Philip? What if my mind is not twisted? Maybe I don't have the feelings. Supposed to help me today. Am I supposed to say thank you? And if I don't give you credit, are you gonna say that I'm fake too? Let us say that you love me. Should I pretend that I'm lucky? Cause love is just an illusion. So what I need is the money. We're not supposed to be cuffing. We're supposed to be fucking. No strings attached. So we just attaching the bodies. What you gonna do if I cheat? Are you gonna call me a bitch and tell your pops what I did to kick my ass and get beat? What if I told you I'm changed? Then I am no more the same. Are you gonna take me again? Believe it's true, then we did. But what if I told you that I can love you but I won't get my heart involved? What if I told you that I wanna fuck you as we friends but nothing more? What if I told you what I can bend to, then I tell you to hold a gun? What if I told you that I can't tell you what I just told you from the start? You wouldn't know shit.
bet you guys can guess who his favorite rapper is. Snoop Dogg, right? No, I'm kidding, but I mean, if I had never heard Kendrick, I'd be like, this dude's really cool. Like, I like everything he said. I like his flow. The mix was really good. I like the track, but I'm just like, I couldn't even focus because every time I tried to focus on it, I was just like, man, you gotta, like, come on, man. Come on, have your own voice. Like, this isn't, you know that's not his own voice. You know man, it makes me so, I don't know, I'm just kind of mad about it. Like, it's so clearly Kendrick. He does it really well, but, man, I really want to like it, but I feel like liking it means think that it's okay, you know, and it's kind of not okay. I know I wanted to say he was biting, but it's hard to say that he's definitely biting, but like, it was still a good song and good mix, but he's definitely biting. I got time for a couple more. Another classic. Another classic submitter. Again, the producer, DEED, with this beat called Believe Me. He said that it is not finished and he needs some tips to help him finish it. So let's give it a listen, and I'll give some tips and you guys give some tips too. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Elysium Entertainment.
Okay, first of all, first question is, now that there's not music playing, is there still that buzz? If there's not, I know why, and I'll address it once it's said. Hold on, what'd you say? This is why I don't produce for many folks, because they're gonna make me look bad by making me make the beat boring. DJ said lyrics hard as fuck. Okay, so I'm on Wild Styled side on this one. I don't think there was too much going on, but I understand where there's a buzz still. Ah, man. Is the buzz still there? The buzz is probably still there. The buzz is the buzz still there? How about now? Yeah, the buzz is definitely still there. Let me know if the buzz is still there. I think I left this microphone out in my car, so who knows? Who knows? Oh. Plus I'm going through another cable. Oh, it's gone now? Cool. Okay, cool. I was in a rush, because I thought I was going to start late because of traffic and stuff, so I hastily put things together, so whatever. Anyway, it's gone now. Anyway, yeah, I know I'm quiet now. Now I'm louder. Alright, so, anyway. Xander, to address you earlier, yes, your song was the first one. You can go back and watch it. I'm about to end this show here shortly. You can go back and watch the first. It's back now? Oh, this cable. Yeah, okay. I see the problem now. Thank you guys for giving me feedback. I will try to fix this for next time. Anyway, Xander, yes, your song was first. You can go back and watch that earlier here in a minute. As far as this beat goes, I agree with Wild Style. I don't think that there's too much going on. But what Jordan's talking about is there is quite a bit going on, and I don't think that's a problem. And I think the problem is that he should he's not really creating tension and release. He's not creating parts where he builds up parts, like cut some stuff out at times and build up parts to build tension, and then introduce something new, and then cut something out and bring it back. And like a good song builds up tension and then releases it, and then builds up tension and then releases it. It's the reason that house and EDM and all that stuff blew up, is because of, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why, but EDM is a great place to look for music that builds up tension and then releases it. Like a house DJ will find like one loop and just put it on repeat for like it'll go on repeat for like 3 minutes of just like, I'm not even gonna pretend, but like but just like a vocal chop loop, and it'll go for 3 minutes, and it just builds this tension, and then a kick coming on, and then something else comes in, and you're like, oh shit, and then something else comes in, and you're like, and then something else comes in, and you're like, oh no, and then cut away a lot, so it's really like in, and then drop that, you know what I mean? Like, that's what that song was missing. I'm probably fucking up the mic, but that's what that song is missing, is it was like, here's a cool pattern, alright, minor transition, cool pattern, not just crescendo, because crescendo is just a volume, a sloped volume change. This is building tension through adding and removing elements to the arrangement. And the arrangement does have to do with building tension and release, but I'm being very specific on the arrangement. Where are you going to fit the what do you mean where are you going to fit the vocals? That's kind of up to the vocalist. You can fit the vocals in the mix easily. That mix didn't have anything in the vocal range frequency. It's kind of how they want to deliver it. And like, did you hear? You were here for Wolf's song, "Bottom of the Bottle" that we played way earlier. That was kind of a chaotic beat. A lot of drops, a lot of hits, a lot of stutters, a lot of different sounds, a lot going on. And those vocals, like in the mix didn't quit fine, but that's neither here nor there. But they still fit in terms of delivery and structure. But better arrangement isn't just. Man, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Dizzy. I don't think that there's too much going on. I mean, if you're hearing it that way, that's probably because you have very lyrical content, or like so like the words are like the most important thing, and you really need those to connect. And sometimes like that's just a style thing, but there wasn't so much going on in this beat that you couldn't fit vocals in it. You could definitely easily fit vocals in it. Whilst I said, yeah, I don't see any problem with the vocals going on the beat. Right, I agree. What was the thing? Oh, in terms of the arrangement, like, in terms of, like, this is where the intro would be, and then a verse, then a hook, or this or that or whatever. Like that, like the structure of it wasn't quite bad, but in terms of arrangement and cutting something out, and yeah, I don't really remember. It's been a minute since. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up, but if you're gonna bring it up, then you can yourself. That's a nail on the head for that one. But yeah, it just needs tension and release. It needs a little an arrangement tweak to make it a little bit more suitable for an artist, and then it needs tension and release to keep the listener entertained, because even with an interesting vocalist, the beat gets repetitive. So yeah. If there's one more in my inbox from like recently, like a little bit ago, I'll play it. If not, then I'm gonna be done. And I'm gonna be done. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, Dizzy, it's definitely just personal preference, which is fine. Okay, I think that's it. A lot of good stuff tonight. A lot of good songs. A lot of gems dropped on you. You should go back and watch, because I dropped some serious knowledge. I dropped some secret sauce in a few places throughout this episode. Sorry my guest didn't show up, but that's okay. I think I know who I'm gonna have for my guest next week. Stay tuned for that. Oh, before you leave. Quick question. How do you guys feel about me doubling this as a music review and kind of an interview with my guest? Something I was thinking about today on my way here was that, what about if I have a guest, we spend the first 30 minutes doing some type of interview, just so you can get to know who the guest is. We'll talk about current events or music or whatever is going on. Just like a little interview type thing, and then we'll get into reviewing the music. That way maybe you can get a feel for who they are a little bit better than like a 1-minute intro that they usually get. And it would kind of be kind of fun to do a radio interview style podcast type thing interview. If you think that would be cool, let me know. If you think I should shut the hell up and just keep reviewing music and providing feedback and fit more songs instead of using that time and not reviewing music, then that's fine. I'll do that. I just want to know what's going to keep you guys entertained more. Some interviews before we start reviewing, or just shut the hell up and review the damn music. Right, that's what I was thinking, Brian. I feel like they would respect their input if they knew more about them and knew their perspective a bit more. Maybe you could break up the interview into smaller blocks. That's also Wild Style. Something I was thinking about doing was a little bit of interview and then review a song, and then a little bit of interview and then review a song, and then a little bit of interview and then review a song. So it's more like a podcast where randomly sprinkled in we review songs. Okay, cool. Alright, so maybe like, you know what? We'll do it like this. If you guys ever watch Hot Ones, where they eat a wing, ask a question, talk a little bit, eat a wing, ask a question, talk a little bit. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll introduce, review a song, chat a little bit. Wait, no, let me say that again. Introduction, review a song, ask a question. Review a song, ask a question, chat a little bit. Review a song, that type of thing. What about that? Let me know. I think that's what I may move into, starting with next week's guest. If you guys have any other ideas for the show, if you have any input, let me know. If you want to work with me, you can visit the website or email me at ash@smartboystudios.com, or you can visit razdabar.com. Again, Ash Matthews from Smart Boy Studios, coming at you from Razdabar Sound and Management, the hip hop hub for Dayton, Ohio. Wonderful studio. Glad to work here. I think that is about all I've got for you guys. So it's time for 69-cent boneless wings over at Frickers. Why not let artists add something about what his track is about? Artists are allowed to tell me whatever they want to tell me in the email, and I'll talk about it. Like whoever the dude was telling me earlier tonight about, in his email he included that he took a trip to Colombia, South America, and he was working with a Colombian producer to do an English-Spanish mixtape and blah blah, so I talked about that. Another person wanted to promote a show, so I talked about that. If you want your social media up on the screens, include that. Whatever you guys include in the email, 9 times out of 10 I'm going to talk about it, and if it's links or social media, I will put it up with the thing. I can take his thing off now, I guess. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Remember, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. I love you. I appreciate all of your time and your attention. You could do anything on a Monday night and you spend it listening to me rant about music and mixing and stuff. Again. Uh-oh. I can't. I gotta go. Here, you know what? I will, hold on. Because I really want to hear it based on the name. Cedric, you sneaky D. Sneaky D's is a club in Dayton. Alright, guys. So D, the guy that made that beat that we just listened to, he just sent me something and he said, literally just made this to test my speed. So this is another beat by D called Sonic on Drugs, and I'm not going to give feedback on it. It's just for fun, so I'm just going to use it to play it out. You can listen to it if you want to stick around. If not, you can watch me start cleaning up. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate it. Have a good Monday night. This reminds me of like Bauer. Roll up.